Wednesday, May 26, 2021. Today on the Daily Review, we discuss a TV movie from all the way back in 1982 called Made in Britain with your host, me, Joe LaRocca. Okay, I had never seen this before. This is kind of like Small Axe. Remember Small Axe? It's that similar thing. It was called Tales Out of School, and it was 4 films directed by Alan Clarke. And one's called Scum. You know, they're up there. Yeah, one's called The Firm, not the Tom Hanks movie, Tom Cruise movie. Anyway, this movie is about a skinhead, a teenager skinhead, as he clashes with social workers and detention center people who are essentially trying to help him get his life straightened away. I mean, he literally has a tattooed swastika, like, right between his eyes, like Charles Manson. And that character is Trevor. It's played by Tim Roth in one of his first breakout performances. Hey, what's up, Woody B? How you doing, bro? So this movie's got... Woody's a music guy. This has got, like, a lot of punk music in it. It's very punk. It's a very, very, very punk movie written by David Leland. So, essentially what ends up happening is nothing, really. That's what's kind of great about it. It's not plot-based, it's character-based. And we kind of just watched this guy, like sabotage himself so horrendously for like an hour and 15 minutes. That's the other thing. It's really short because it was a TV movie, so it's like a quick punch in the stomach, and it just like it flows like a river. Like you don't even realize it's a story. You're just like kind of watching these brash characters, especially Trevor, who's like a walking contradiction because he's actually kind of, that might not be the right term. He's a little charismatic. Nah, he's not charismatic, but he's interesting to watch. But he's also like a horrible bigot, and but he's clever. He does clever shit sometimes, and you're like, makes you very conflicted on your feelings of him. And because he's so young, because you're like, this dude is 17, like this guy's 16 or whatever, like he doesn't know any better, like he's been dealt a bad hand. It really, you know what it is a total characterization. He's the character Trevor is like the personification of racism. He's like racism incarnate, because what a lot of most racism is like people whose lives suck. They're looking for scapegoats. You know, they're looking for my life sucks because of ... and they usually pick a group of people and go, my life sucks because of because of all those people from El Salvador. I don't know, whatever. You know what I mean? And we get to see that character pretty much unredeemed, not to spoil anything, just kind of like he's had a rough life with, you know, bad family life, and he's been dealt a bad hand, as they say. And like he's been dealt a bad hand, and he is smart, and in a different situation, growing up in a different environment, he might have been a very successful person. But based on all these things, he's been kind of molded into this racist soldier that he doesn't even realize that he's part of just another system, which I think is interesting because he's too young. So it's really great. There's this amazing scene where him and he's supposed to go down to the job center. He's basically being held at like a detention center, and they're just like trying to get his life on track. And him and his roommate, who is a black dude, and at the beginning you're like, oh, this is going to be a movie where they slowly become friends, and he realizes not to be racist. It's not that at all. But they're given like $2 to go into the center or whatever, use it to buy cigarettes and glue, and then they steal a car and huff glue in it, and you're like, jeez. And yeah, it's a little bit like the Tiger Woods documentary, except the quality of the glue that's being huffed is much higher in the Tiger Woods documentary. Anyway, it is very much like a play. Oh yeah, the lack of redemption. Yeah, especially if you did it's like, and then he crashed his car again. But that seems like it might have just been an accident. But still, it's like pump the brakes, dude. Literally. So that there's a scene where they huff glue, which is like, and he goes into the job center and he just like smashes it up, and two fingers to the world. It's pretty great. If you like Tim Roth, I highly recommend it because it's a great early performance. In fact, he is what holds the entire movie together. Punchy said his uncle had this on VHS back in the day, and I watched it when I was way too young. Yeah. Also, the fact that I think it's kind of like the best after-school special ever. There's one point where Terry Richards, I believe, it's either Terry Richards or Bill Stewart, I can't remember which one, who's like the superintendent, kind of like lays out in this really long lecture scene. That's when I was like, oh, this feels very much like a play, where it's like, you started out at home and this happened, then you went to school and this happened, and he like kind of lays out the kid's whole life and then shows how it's like a cyclical thing. And I was like, oh, this feels like really a smart way for the BBC, I'm assuming this was a BBC show, to add in the like social commentary of like, listen guys, being a punk like this is not cool. Or maybe it looks cool, but here's how it ends up. Like this is the cycle that you end up on, and it's not ideal. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe I wonder what Thatcher felt about this movie. I have not watched Shadow and Bone. My roommate started watching it, and he said by the end it was ridiculous. But how is it? He said it started out pretty good. Should I watch it? I watched a few more episodes of MODOK. It's pretty funny. I can't highly recommend it because it's definitely not for everybody, but every episode so far there's been like 2 or 3 moments that have made me laugh out loud. That's pretty good. What do you expect? An actual amazing show? That's so rare. So yeah, I don't know. There's not too much to say about this movie because it really is just a laser beam focused on this one idea of this kid's got no more chances, and what is he going to do? Is he going to like receive the hand to help pull him out? Is he going to, fall into the help and ask for the help and show that level of weakness? Or is he going to stay a tight fist for the rest of his life and, get what a fist gets, I don't know if that makes any sense, but you do know what I mean. So it's on Amazon Prime, along with these other ones from the Tales Out of School series by, I don't know if David Leland wrote all of them, but Alan Clarke directed them. And the other one, they all have like amazing British actors in it. One has Gary Oldman is in The Firm, and Scum has what the hell's his name? Dragged Across Concrete I have not seen, but that director he did Bone Tomahawk, I believe, which is pretty amazing. So I bet that movie is like really gruesome and gritty. I think it has Mel Gibson in it. So I don't know. Yeah, let me know how it is, Woody, because I heard that it starts out pretty interesting, and then this is Shadow and Bone, and then it kind of like falls apart, and it turns into like complete schlock. But and on another note, so last night I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch some Tig Notaro stuff because it just kind of popped up. And on Red Letter Media, they reviewed Army of the Dead, and Mike was talking about how he liked Tig Notaro in there and how he thinks her show, One Mississippi, is really funny. And I had never seen that, and I was like, oh, I respect what Mike says. I'll watch that. And I watched one episode and did not think it was funny. And then her newest stand-up I saw was on, I think it was on HBO, and I got like 5 minutes into it, and I was like, Ray Winston, that's the name. And I was just like, I just don't, like, she's not bad. I mean, she's got like a good cadence on stage, but her delivery is it's too slow for what I like. And then I was like, maybe I'm just in a bad mood, and I found this YouTube video. This is going to make me look like such a piece of crap. But then I found this YouTube video called The Lost Hour by Louis C.K., and it was just these clips from his TV show stand-up. And within like 5 minutes, I had tears in my eyes. And so I don't know. I mean, I don't know. That isn't really a male-female thing. That's like a decent comedian verse, like a legend, in my opinion. But anyway, just wanted to keep you up to date on that I do even if I say I'm not a big fan of somebody, I will check out their stuff and see. It's like my dad. He reads like the opposition's books on the things he feels so that he has like the other angle to come at you with. Be like, well, it's smart. So yeah, it's annoying that you can't say that you don't like a certain comedian, especially if they represent some sort of, who am I, Trevor? God, put a swastika on my head, right? So when I was doing my doodles, I did draw a swastika, and I felt really terrible. Like I drew it, and I was like, it came out like really accurately, and I was like, for a split second, I was like proud at how accurately I made it. Then I went, ugh. Then I was like, should I cross that out? It feels weird to like even be on the page. It like upsets me to look at it. But hey, it was in the context of the movie. Anyway, okay. Oh no, the internet is going weird. All right, I'm gonna do the thing where I stop it for a split second. Loading. All right, it should come right back. So we had some little droppy frames there. Come on back, bro. Hang on. All right. Okay, I think we're back on. All right, I'm just going to go to music because of all that. Anyway, I do recommend this. It's a good education, and it's gets you into the mind of a really disturbed human being. And if you're I can't imagine seeing this on TV. It must have been mind-blowing because of the quality of it. And if you just the way it's edited is really smart, and everything is nicely flows together. So I'm going to check out some of the other ones. Punchy Poet said that they're good. That's all about that Margaret Thatcher Britain. I'm sure any of our British viewers can let us know if these were like what impact these had. But all right, let's do a little bit of music before, because then as long as the video breaks down at this point, you can at least hear it, These are my skinny legs. Okay. I've seen a little bit of the young ones, and I also it's good stuff. Some of it's a little bit dated. The style of the show is dated, but if you get into it, it's good. Yeah, a lot of people who make the music that I'm doing is just one person and some cats. Martian Monster. What's up, Martian Monster? This is for you, Martian Monster, right here. Yes, I have seen This Is England. I watch that, and I've watched all the 7-Up movies. Dude, I'm a little bit of an Anglophile. We've talked about this, but yeah, I'll have to catch up. I gotta watch all of the young ones. You know, I've only seen a few like a couple of key episodes. I know there's only like a handful anyway. What was that show I watched? Pus or Puke or something? What was that called? Junk? Scum? What was it called? That show that I was watching with, whatever. Okay, it's gonna be a hot one today, so I gotta put in my AC back there in that window. So it's the last time you'll see the White House that's a foot and a half from my apartment that's out that back window. So take a good look now. Anyway, yeah, it's very good. Oh, Odie's got to eat her greenie. Odie, come over here. Where's your greenie? Oh, it's right here. You want this? There you go. You good? Good. Okay. Alright. Hey, look, it's Army of the Dead. Everything's going in and out of focus. Okay, talk to you later, guys. Bye.